It's Grand Rising. Don't really know if I want to share my face. I guess I could come on over this way. What? I don't think I want to completely show my face just yet. Cause I don't know. This is just an idea for right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna be consistent with this. But for some reason I just want to start a journey of, like a daily video diary of my twin flame journey. And I'll probably give y'all the backstory later in time. But I want to really start doing the work. I want to start doing the work and being consistent and disciplined with that. It's time to start a new leaf and a new pathway. I don't know, it's like my heart is stuck between a rock and a hard place, because it's like I want to do all these manifestation tactics, and I've been doing that on and off, and I know that's not going to help, but I've been contemplating between doing that and feeling like doing that is, I don't know why part of me feels like it's manipulation. Excuse me. I don't know why part of me feel like that's manipulation to do that instead of just writing down things that you want in yourself, your goals, and just also writing down what you want in your person. Not giving a specific person, but just someone that you want in your life that's going to love you for who you are and respect you and all the qualities that you want in that person, and living from that end of being with that person and allowing for the universe to handle whatever needs to be handled for that to come to fruition into your life in the 3D. Without, I want this particular person. Oh my gosh, I want this particular person. And, I don't know, I just feel like it is manipulation, even though they say, okay, well, your specific person doesn't have free will. But don't we all have free will? Like, if someone, my ex, were to want me and they're constantly thinking about me and saying that they want me, which I believe that they can. I believe in thought transmission, There's times where I'll be doing what I normally do, and my ex will randomly pop up in my head, or I'll have dreams of them, and it's annoying. I've even tried to do like a candle, I forgot what they call it right now. It's not in my mind. Something about a cut cord cutting. I've tried that. it is what it is with that. Sorry I keep saying so much. I'm gonna work on that. I want to work on that. I want to be able to communicate without saying so much. At least being aware of me about to do it. So, and saying, I know. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. I feel like I'm waking up, rising on a new path, new leaf. Because yesterday, I decided to tell my twin, my divine counterpart, I'm going to stop saying twin flame, my divine counterpart, that I cannot be friends with her. I attempted to be friends with her, and it just was not working as far as, see, okay. She just was starting to date someone else. She, and so I couldn't handle it. She has me blocked on almost on all social media. So I had already had Instagram accounts that I was already using, but not consistently, at least 2 of them, that she had not blocked me on. So throughout time, I would go check on her from time to time, and most times every day. So I decided I needed to stop doing that, especially trying to be her friend and having this feeling that she was dating the person she told me was her quote unquote friend that was coming to visit, and they've been friends for a year, and she's getting to know this girl. And so I was like, I can't do this. I watched the story because I had the feeling that that's what it was, and she was actually dating this girl, and seeing a reel on her story. I seen a video on her story of them sitting at the table and hearing brown sugar in the background that she chose to put in the song, in the video. I couldn't handle it. I tried to push past seeing that. Then seeing the girl brought her roses and that she's blushing from it, and just like how I did with her, bought her roses and stuff. But she never posted that. You feel me? So then I bought her roses in the past. We'll get to that later some other day. But she some days later ended up posting something basically saying that she randomly thinks about this girl, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it because I think about her all throughout my day, every day. When I wake up, before I go to bed, and throughout my day. Non-stop, like clockwork. Now, there are days where it's not, completely heavy, where I think about her consistently, like, but I do think about her, and it makes me happy to think about her. But knowing that she's dating someone else would bring on negative thoughts about her and I, or about her and this girl and what they're doing and how she feels about this girl, and oh my gosh, they're gonna be together and I'm gonna be stuck in the friend zone. And it's just a lot of negative thoughts that I didn't want to have in my mind. And I just didn't want them to be there. So I had to tell her, I cannot be just your friend. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. I want to be with you romantically. You're my best friend, and it sucks that I have to literally cut off my best friend and my wife at the same time. And I've told her, you're my wife. You're my wife. And I know this because it's been 3 years. 3 years you've been on my mind day and night, every day, 24/7. And I feel like she either doesn't believe me, or I'm not going to speak negative, but I feel like I'm gonna just speak as if I'm talking about someone else. If I were to tell someone else about this, and I have, and they think that I'm completely crazy for feeling the way that I feel, and I'm just like, I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not the only one. So, oh my gosh, this guy with this truck. I might have to come back later. It's just loud. All right, he's gone now. But, I forgot where I was. But people would think that I would be crazy when I tell them that how often she's on my mind. It's been 3 years. Oh, well, why aren't you off her by now? Why you don't move on and talk to I have tried that, and I've told her that. My divine counterpart, I told her that. I said, I've tried talking to other girls, and not and talking, not even dating. It doesn't ever get to the dating stage because the conversation either just isn't there. I'm not attracted to them, or even a girl at work, I tried to, I thought, maybe she seems like she might be interested in me. She kind of reminded and favored my baby just a tad, not too much. And she's a sweet woman, but I found out that she had kids, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't feel comfortable. Like, I dated a woman with 3 kids, and I just know. And then I already was about to break a promise to myself where I said I would never date someone that I work with. There was a girl that I met at the skating rink. I felt a little connection with her for a while, and I kept avoiding it. I kept avoiding it, and so finally, push came to shove. I was like, okay, let me see, And when it came time to interact with her, and it just made me feel like I was cheating, bro. Like, I felt like I was cheating. And this woman was the closest to looks, to stature, to the sweetness of my baby, to the way she upkeeps herself, like, closest to my baby. And I actually felt like a way towards her. It was interesting, but I still felt like I was cheating, even though I hadn't talked to my baby in months. And so I ended up telling this woman, I have a woman in my life that's not really completely in my life, but I love her, and I believe she's my wife, and I apologize if you feel like I've led you on. And there was no way she could really feel that, because I had just I didn't even get her number. We barely talked at the skating rink. I just know she just stood in her little corner and watched me as I would skate. So, we would give each other compliments here and there. I like your hair, or she would tell me, oh, I like your outfit. That was about it. But I felt this little sensation around my body when it came to her, which was interesting. And I would get really nervous around her too. And then like once I gave her my number to try to talk to her and maybe set up a time to hang out and get to know each other, after I sent her the voice memo through AirDrop and told her about my baby, I still wanted to meet up with her and talk so I could really explain more and to see if she would still be willing to give us a chance, just to see where it would go. But there's no promise. Never got to get through to her to even get that far. Like, she was not answering my texts at all. And so I was like, I'm worthy of more than someone ignoring my messages. So I stopped messaging her. But one thing I wanted to point out was that my baby, I felt her and heard her vividly, because it didn't sound completely like her, but I felt her energy when this voice came into my mind and around my aura. And I don't recall what it said, but I through the vibration, I can hear what it said, which was basically, you better not. You better not. Like, don't, you're mine. Jealousy energy, like possessive energy, territorial energy. And I like that, but you gotta let me be that way too. You better not be doing what I don't want you to do, but you are. And that's the old. And I saw a video last night. Grateful to come across it. The guy was just like, well, I read a comment, I think it was, really, where they said that and I've been thinking this too, kind of, where I'm going to explain it in my words, not theirs. In the way that I thought of it, it was kind of the same. It was good, kind of reassuring. But basically, your person in the 3D is the past version of them that isn't the version that you want. So you think of the person that you want them to be, and you desire, and you know that they have the potential to be able to love you and to come home to us, you, me, for my baby, for her to be able to come home to me. I have to be able to hold my end from within my mind and allow my mind to build itself to retain those thoughts of who she is to me as my divine counterpart and my desires. And for that, and hold it until it becomes more consistent and stronger, and to be able to withstand any negative thought, push away those negative thoughts that go against your desire until it's manifested into your reality. So I that's why I want to start, even though I have bits and pieces of who I really want to take the bits and pieces that I love about her and add additional pieces that I would love to have, or that enhance her, you know what I'm saying, of who she already is and what she already does, and add that, and just let things be and stay within my end and live my life and have fun with life, create, love on myself, just check off my goals and be my best self, meditate, talk to Yahweh, and allow things to come into my life full circle the way that it's meant to be. That's what I want. That's what I want. And I know it will happen because I know that she loves me, but she's got to figure that out on her own. And I did tell her about divine counterparts. And I showed her a video if she watched it. Of how twin flames, especially the divine feminine, divine counterparts in the divine feminine mostly, how we feel, how we think about them every day, 24/7. Oh, I didn't know you guys fell. I had my eyes closed. But, yes. But I've got to get up. It was nice talking to you. And I appreciate you for listening. I got to get up for this One Music Fest. I'm excited. Later.